back to Elevation 44. I'm B, for those of you who are new. Welcome to the channel. If you're returning, welcome back, family. So, it's Tuesday, and I'm another day late. Don't judge my life. If you're new to the channel, I usually come on here every Monday and bring you a weekly astrology report so that you know what to expect in terms of energy for the week, what to watch out for, what to capitalize on. And I'm not gonna lie, this week and last week I've been struggling to get content out, and I just want to take a little time right now to just say thank you so much to a lot of you that have been sending in the community. You've been sending me such good energy. I definitely feel that through your comments and everything that you send my way. So thank you so much for all of your good wishes, for all of your positivity, for all of your support. It actually really keeps me going, especially in times like this where I really just feel like not doing anything in terms of putting out content, because it does take a lot of energy to do these videos. I know a lot of people think it's easy to just kind of get on here and just start talking and doing everything like that, but it does take a lot of energy, and we also open ourselves up to receiving energy from the outside world. So there's definitely energy exchange happening, even though it is virtual or it's online. So sometimes we have to scale back to protect our energy for those of us who are putting out content. So thank you so much for your kind comments. So I just wanted to say that really quickly, okay? So this week's astrology report is going to probably be shorter than last week's video, but that's all right. I'm gonna skip the herbs, I'm gonna skip the crystals, if that's okay with you guys, and then I'm just gonna dive right into the energies that we want to keep our eyes on this week. There are two major things happening. The first is that Venus is moving into the sign of Scorpio, and the second is that the sun is moving into Sagittarius, okay? So we are we're going into Sagittarius season. So that is going to be a difference in energy for sure, especially as we're coming out of Scorpio, and we'll talk about that in a second, okay? And I just want to say that if you are new again to these weekly reports, when I talk about these energies, and when I talk about energies on the channel in general, when I'm talking about astrology and the transits and everything, it is the collective overall overarching energy. It is not necessarily individually or specific to a particular individual. It is the collective energy, what we are feeling, the influence as a whole, as a collective society. Now, if you want to know, if you want to go a level deeper and you want to know, how does this impact me, or these transits impact me personally, you're going to have to pull up your, a transit and natal chart that shows you where these transiting planets are falling on your own natal chart and how they're talking to your natal planets. I always put that link down in the description box for you to pull that up. So if you're interested in that, you can look a level deeper. But again, this is collective energies that we're talking about here, okay? Always talking on a collective level. All right, before I dive into what's happening this week, I will say that Jupiter and Pluto energy is still thick in the air. They are on that straight up transformation, purge energy, especially as we're getting ready to exit out of Scorpio season. It's just feeling really, really intense, and there's not much more to say outside of that, and that's probably why a lot of people have been pulling back in certain ways. A lot of people have been retreating and just being quiet and just chilling out, and so that's because we're feeling this energy as well. And sometimes you just have to flow with it, okay? You cannot fight the current. So that is happening still. So that's still very heavy energy, and I'm sure a lot of you are feeling it as well. And Mars is on the move. Mars is officially on the move. It was stationing for a couple days, and now it is moving, and it is lighting some fires under everything. And even while it was stationing, even prior, right before the time it was about to turn direct, and then through its stationing phase, it was already starting to oh yeah, I got this gasoline, I've got these matches, I've been locked away too long, let's light some shit on fire, okay? And so Mars came out and was like, I'm out, let's go, and has been lighting fires, okay? If you paid attention to the video where I talked about Mars going direct, I said wouldn't be surprised to see like the numbers and, you know, the infection levels start to spike up, you know, at this time, whatever that means, right? In terms of the numbers that they are, you know, releasing in the media. So look at that, Mars turns direct and all of a sudden, the numbers just, you know, completely like start skyrocketing. They're trying to shut everything back down again. But if you have been paying attention to the reports and to the videos that I've been putting out way before this time of the year, like I was putting this stuff out in the spring, like at the beginning of the year, I said, listen, this thing is going to die down and have a little calm period, and this is going to be your period where you're supposed to get your shit together, okay, and gather up all the things that you need to gather up, because when it ramps up again, the next time it's going to be even more intense than it was the first time. So that is what's happening. They're looking to shut everything back down again. They are mandating ridiculous things in some states, like wearing masks, requiring you to wear masks inside your home. You know what I mean? Just all kinds of crazy stuff, and it's like, it's just ridiculous. But we expected this, we knew what to expect, and those of us who have been paying attention have been preparing, so we should be fine. You know, it's nothing to be scared about. You just got to be awake, be prepared, and you know, if you have not gotten your stuff together, get your stuff together, get your supplies together, you know, make sure that you are, and you know, your family is taken care of as things start to go up a notch, okay? It is going to get more intense. All right, so let's just talk about really quickly. Let's talk about the sun moving into Sagittarius first, okay? Because this is going to take us out of this heavier, denser, intense, darker energy that we've been sitting in for Scorpio season, right? When the sun is in Scorpio, it's in that deep, intense, it's in the depths, like it's like the deepest part of the ocean that we go with Scorpio, right? It's like that darkness down there. You can't see any light, there's no sunshine, you know what I mean? All of the animals down there are like ginormous. It is crazy down there, okay? So that is literally what Scorpio season does. It takes us to the depths, right? And it's designed to help us, you know, basically shed or purge off the things that we need to, and also, you know, to then, you know, let those things die off so that we can be reborn, so that when we come up to the surface for air, you know, we're renewed, we're refreshed, we're reborn, and we're ready to have a new and fresh start. So it's all about that cycle of transformation. So Scorpio season is very, very important, but it is very, very heavy. That energy can be overwhelming, and especially with all these other transits like this Pluto and Jupiter conjunction and Saturn and all of that stuff, it feels even more dense during this time. Now with the sun moving into Sagittarius, it gives us a lighter energy, okay? So it's like moving from that dark, heavy energy into more of a lighter, freer, you know, just think of, you know, just like being down in the depths of the water and coming up for air and now turning into a bird and taking flight and flying through the skies. That's literally how this energy feels when we move from Scorpio into Sagittarius season. So you're going to definitely feel a little bit more of a lightness. It's not going to be as light because of the other transits that are happening, but you definitely feel it lighten up a bit, okay? So that Sagittarius energy is all about high optimism, faith, expansion, honesty, okay? So it's about the new beginnings, or embarking on those new beginnings after the dark cycle, after the darkness, after the death cycle, after the transformation. This is the rebirth process, and then embarking on that new journey. And you need that faith, you need that hope, you need that optimism, you need that spirit of adventure, right, in order to push forward. It's almost like you feel like the whole world is at your fingertips and you're just excited to go out and explore. That's that Sagittarius energy that we need in order to move forward. So especially now as we are getting ready to move into a new era, and I promise the video on that is coming soon. I'm going to drop all the details for y'all, okay? But we're getting ready to move into this new era, okay, into this new age. We definitely need this energy right now, right before moving into that, because this is the last energy that we're going to get before moving into that. So this is definitely the time for us to dream big, to be hopeful and optimistic despite everything that we see going on around us. New beginnings are on the horizon, I promise you, okay? And I'm not saying it's always going to be an easy process, because the change is never easy, but it is going to be something that is beneficial depending on what your outlook or your perception or what your energy, or how you're vibrating and how you're projecting out and how you're receiving energy. So just be mindful of your energy and making sure that you're staying in a high vibration during this time. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to talk about is Venus moving into the sign of Scorpio, and Venus is our love center, right? Not only is it our love center, it's our values, it's our material possessions, our money. It's it focuses on our relationships. There's just so much that Venus actually encompasses. People talk about love being the only thing. It is not the only thing. But with it moving into the sign of Scorpio, so it was in Libra, right? And the focus there was all about bringing balance and harmony to our relationships, especially our closest relationships and our partnerships. Now, with it moving into Scorpio, now we're going deep. We're getting more intense in that. We're bringing a level of depth to our relationships, or requiring a level of depth in our relationships that we weren't focused on before, when it was just kind of more on the lighter side, just being balanced and harmonious. And it's like, now, okay, what does this relationship mean? How we're relating to each other? Not only that, are my values, like, what are my values? Are they surface level? What is the anchor that anchors it down into like my soul? Like, what makes me value this or not value that, or so it really requires us to review a lot of those things and go deep within to ask ourselves a lot of questions, and then also ask questions about the relationships around us. Are they serving a purpose? Are they not serving a purpose? What is the goal? How are we supposed to reflect off of each other? How are we supposed to grow together? How are we supposed to learn? So that is really what Venus in Scorpio is going to help take us down into those depths and help us bring a lot of that stuff up and uncover that type of stuff, because it is all about that mysterious energy, everything that's in the dark, everything that is hidden. So that is the purpose of that energy. So that is it. Like I said, I'm skipping the herbs and the crystals for the week. I hope that you all understand that I'm just trying to keep it short, just trying to pop in and pop out. And I actually like the short format of these videos, so I might just continue to do it this way. But let me know in the comments down below how you're dealing with this energy. Are you excited to move into Sagittarius season? What are you seeing out in the world? Is it cray? What part of the world are you from? Shout yourself out down below. Tell me what's going on in your hood in terms of like what's going on with these infections spiking and everything like that. Stay safe out here, stay smart, be vigilant, okay? Keep your eyes open, keep your ear to the street, and stay protected, all right? So I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.